Hi, it's Liz Nedden. Let's have a look at writing a plan for an experimental probability investigation. So one of the things we need to think about is we want to end up with some nice step-by-step instructions, and those instructions need to help us measure data accurately and controlling the source of variation where possible. So in our plan, these are some of the things that we need to define. So we need to define what the variable is. What is it that we're actually measuring, counting, etc. We need to identify the sample space. So what are the outcomes? We need to identify how many trials we're going to do. And the recommendation is at least 30. We need to find some sources of variation and explain them, and then write our step-by-step instructions. So let's have a look at an example. So this example, I wanted to explore how many good nights sleep I get each week. So the variable is how many good night sleeps I get. And it could be the sample space. I could give an answer to that of, I could have 0 good night sleep a week, 1, 2, 3, up to 7. So they're numerical discrete values. So that's my sample space. I'm going to do 30 trials, which means I'm going to collect 30 weeks of data. Okay, so some sources of variation, things that we might need to control. So one of them is to record at the same time each day. So when I get up first thing in the morning, I need to record I had a good night's sleep, a bad night's sleep, and make that decision. So it's important to do that at the same time, because if I do it later in the day, I might have forgotten and not give me as much an accurate recall of my memory. I want to sleep in the same bed each night, because I know that if I sleep in different beds, I get a better all night's sleep depending on which bed I'm sleeping in. So if I'm staying in a hotel or a campground or things like that, I'm going to have quite a different night's sleep than I would if I'm in my own bed. I want to try and go to sleep at the same time each night. If I go to bed very, very late at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning one night, I'm probably not going to have a great night's sleep, because I'll need to get up still early in the morning and I won't have had very many hours of sleep. So if I go to bed about the same time each night, then there's the potential for every night to be similar in terms of its conditions. And I want to have the same routine every night to wind down. So often that involves me turning on my iPads and all my phones and stuff off, reading a book for about half an hour beforehand, and then quietly going to bed. So that routine we want to keep the same, so again that the chance of having a good night's sleep is consistent on each trial. So my step-by-step instructions, they include things like, I want to start on the Monday morning and I'm going to record, did I have a good night's sleep, yes or no? Okay, so I'm noting down what I'm going to record. I'm going to control some variation. So Sunday of each week, I'm going to count up how many good nights sleep I got and record that. And I've given some details about how I'm going to record that in the tally chart, and so on. Then I want to repeat that for a total of 30 weeks. So this instructions also should be including some of my source of variation. So I should have in there step-by-step instructions on things like recording it at the same time every day, sleeping in the same bed each night, and so on. Thanks for watching.